ఇది Good afternoon, students. So we are starting today the total quality management subject as a specialization of operations management. So the syllabus as per the Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University, the first block, chapter number 1 is total introduction to quality management. Now let's start with the introduction. The first thing is that operations management is related to with 4 points. So as you are aware about that, it is related to management of operations you are learning. So in this one, you are going to study the production efficiency. One. Second one is you have to study about the quality management. Third one, you have to study about the inventory management. And fourth one is supply chain management and logistic management. So these are the 4 things which are involved in operations management. So when it comes to the quality management aspect, we have total quality management subject. Now let's start with the introduction why this subject is prescribed as part of operations management. So quality is one of the most important aspect of any product or services. So this today's world is very dynamic. It is changing, and it is consisting of monopolistic competition, number of buyers, number of sellers, and each seller or the company or the business person wants to attract the customers. So if there are number of sellers, so then there are number of buyers. So how to attract the customers then? So one of the strategic management part is when you are in the competitive economy or competitive situation, you have to adopt the one strategy. The strategy is of two types. One is price competition, another is non-price competition. So when you talk about price competition, as you are aware about that, when you reduce the price, you think that people will purchase the product compared to your competitor. But when it comes to the non-price competition, one of them is differentiation of your product or service with competitors. So it is very important that when you are in a competitive world, want, so when you are having number of sellers selling the same product and services, then how to attract the customers? This is the point. So it is related to operations, how you operate your business given the heavy competition, or we call it as competitive environment. So you have to do things, price or differentiation of your product. So how to differentiate your product with the competitors? So one of them is quality aspect. So you can differentiate your product with the competitor to attract the more customers in the competitive world, maintain quality product. Here comes the science of managing quality, that is called as total quality management. Sir, what do you mean by total then? Total means complete. Complete means whole. So made up of whole. Everything comes. So it may be the suppliers, it may be the customers, it may be the internal factors, processes, teams, leadership, number of things are there. So in all, we have to focus in totality related to maintaining, managing, controlling, monitoring the quality products or services. So that is called as T, total. So total means complete, whole, made up of all the things concerned, or we call it as all the people who are connected to production, particularly including internal and external people. Then next comes Q. What do you mean by Q? Total, okay, quality. So what do you mean by quality then? So there are n number of definitions given by number of people. So one of them is degree of excellence, or meeting the customer requirements, or meeting the conformance or requirements to the conformance. So there are n number of definitions are there. As we go forward in discussing these things, we will define what do you mean by quality. So present at this tentatively we consider quality of is requirements to conformance. Then comes under M. So what do you mean by M? Management. So as you are aware about, management is managing the resources effectively, efficiently to get the output. That is called as productivity. So the art and science of managing the resources related to quality here is called as management. So it comes planning, organizing, supervising, directing, motivating, etc. etc. So when the people are working all together to maintain, produce the quality products, so here how you will manage the quality then? So the management, all the functions and principles and theories are applied in these things. Now let's start with another thing, sir. Sir, what are the things are covered in total quality management subject? So when it comes to total quality management, one of the important factor when a company is having TQM, total quality management, focusing on the quality of the products to differentiate your product with the competitors, naturally you will have more market share, more customer satisfaction, more profits, etc. etc. So total quality management comes, or it is a systematic problem solving related to quality. So it may be made up of workers, leaders, suppliers, customers, etc. etc. So one of the most important aspect in total quality management is serving customers. Then number 2 point is internal management related to quality. So it comes quality of design, more important, then quality of conformance. Then next one you have to study what are the different awards are there which are given, recognized all over the world to different companies. Now how people believe that you are producing the quality product. So people believe the quality of your product based upon the certificates, awards. So the achievement of your quality when it is recognized by the consumers having more productivity, more market share, and there are n number of quality awards being given by international organizations. Some of the international organizations are Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award, European Quality Award, Deming Prize, etc. etc. So these are qualities awards are given based upon your quality management. Then next one you have to study in this subject, total quality management, different quality management tools and techniques. Then you have to understand different standards are there. So there are different, but it is being defined by, and one organization is there, International Organization for Standardization, that is called as ISO. So ISO certification is there apart from the awards. So you have a certificate stating that we maintain quality. So the ISO people will inspect your quality standards, that is called as standards, rules and regulation, policies, procedures, documentations, etc. etc. Accordingly, based upon there, they will give certificates to different organizations. So they, based upon the certification, people, the customer, will think over as these companies having a certificate. It means they are maintaining the standard to improve the quality continuously, focusing on customer requirements. So there are n number of certificates are there, comes under series of 9,000 and a series of 14,000, etc. etc. So you have to understand the basic thing of quality awards, quality certificates, and next one is how to improve quality continuously then. So one more concept is there in Six Sigma, that is called a Six Sigma. So Six Sigma is used to maintain the quality at a higher level. So it is related to 3.4 mistakes or defects per million. So if how many products you are producing, it is a calculation based upon that one. So as a uh, student, you have to understand that my company has to differentiate my product to the competitors based upon non-price competition. Under non-price competition, I have to differentiate my product in related to quality. Then when you want to maintain that quality, what as an operation research or operations management person, when under this one separate department is that is called as quality management department. So as an MBA student, you have to understand how we manage the quality then. So you have to understand what do you mean by quality, what are the definitions of quality. Okay. Then you have to understand the what are the characteristics of quality. There are different dimensions qualities are there. Okay. Then you have to understand what is the causes of poor quality and what will happen if I maintain poor quality. So what are the types of customers are there? There are n number of customers are there. Then what are the benefits of total quality management? What do you mean by quality circles, etc. etc. So these are the things are being prescribed in the unit number 1. Now let's start with the unit 1, that is quality. Sir, what do you mean by quality then? So you have to understand the quality has a different connotations, means different meanings are there. So when it comes to the context, how you defining the quality. So there are n number of definitions are being given by number of authors, thinkers all over the world. Then how to define the quality? So quality is related to, according to the my understanding, what I studied the book, quality is equal to Q is equal to P divided by E, means perceived value should be more than the expected value. So it is denoted or calculated based upon the perceived value of the customers and what customers are expected. So every customer company nowadays is trying to maintain the customer satisfaction, or you have to delight the customers. So when you want to delight the customer, you have to maintain the quality. So we are discussing about the quality. So there are n number of quality definitions, meanings. So one of the meaning I am telling, quality means P is equal to P divided by E. Sorry, P divided by E. Perceived value divided by expected value. So if when it comes to the quantitative terms, suppose if I am expecting a movie or I am expecting to enjoy a quality meal in a restaurant. So what I'm expecting from a restaurant generally. So I'm taking up the customer, or when you talk about a particular physical product, tangible product. For example, pen. So if I want to purchase a pen, what quality I mean, I am expecting from that product, that pen. So the pen should be very aesthetics. The pen should be very design, stylish, feature should be there, and it should have a latest technology in writing. The ink should be very good quality. The nib should be the flow of ink should be very continuous. So there are n the it should be very branded one, particularly if the brand generally it comes with the quality. So here quality means what I am expecting from a particular product. Pen, I am taking the example, and when I have purchased that pen expecting 10 points, 1 2 3 what we have taken: color, style, shape, variety, writing, ink, etc, etc. Then when I am use that pen, what is my perceived value, what I perceived, what is I am having experience. So that experience I have only related to 5 things. So what I expected 10, but I got only 5 points. So it means it is less than what I expected. So here the problem comes. So every company has to maintain that equality of perceived value should be at least more than the or equal to the expected value. Then we can define it is a quality product. That's why total quality management focuses on customer requirements. So when we talk about the quality, so as I told you, there is a competitiveness is there. So you can differentiate the things in a different way. So now let's start with the uh, quality in elaboration. So Q means quest for excellence, understanding customer needs, actions to achieve customer appreciation, leadership, then involving everyone, teamwork, yardstick to measure progress. So these are the things are given. So you have to maintain excellence means highest standard, maintaining the quality, involving everyone, then understanding customer needs. Everything rotates customers. So when you are understanding the customers very well, according to the needs, what they have, according to the needs, when you are incorporating to satisfy customer needs, how we can satisfy customer needs. That is very, very important. So unless and until you don't understand customer needs, you cannot produce the product according to satisfaction of needs. Then achieve customer appreciation means when they have already purchased the product, use the product, their feedback should be positive. Customers should appreciate your product. Yes, they can have a mouth publicity. So action or to achieve customer expectation is very, very important. Then leadership. So leadership, as you know, there are n number of leadership, authoritative, participative. Okay. So leader is the person who take all the people under his control in confidence, maintaining the quality. So what type of leadership style? Generally participative leadership style is recommended in the quality management and involving everyone. Now, everyone here means totality, means all the suppliers. So, when suppliers are supplying raw material very well, so what we call in computer language garbage in and garbage out. What it means? So, if you receive the substandard quality of raw materials, we cannot produce quality products. So, very, very important is that you have to involve your suppliers very well. You have to involve your teamwork, particularly the workers, supervisors, security people, marketing people, human resource personnel. All these people are concerned with quality. So you are not related to isolation. You are not the one department. No, all the departments are concerned with the quality. The next one is teamwork. So when we talk everyone, it means teamwork is there. So quality can be achieved with a teamwork. So one department cannot do, one employee cannot do quality. So that's why it is called as a teamwork. And yardstick to measure the progress means the standards. So every time when you are producing the products and services, generally we have a control mechanism. So as you already studied in management, management, planning, organizing, supervising, one of them is control. Control means whatever we planned according to the needs of the customers, producing the product, are they in the right direction? What we planned. So you are going to check that one. That is called as control. So control will help you to know the quality standards are in the progress. So what are the yardsticks? So you can have benchmark. You can a number of tools and techniques are developed by a number of people. So these are the things are there. Quality related, generally given as per the syllabus. So you can understand QUALITY. Now, coming to the point of quality. Now, what do you mean by quality, sir? Then, so as I told you, that quality means meeting the requirements of the customers. Now, see, meeting the requirement of the customers. Now, what do you mean by customer? The person who purchases the product may or may not use the product, but consumer is the person who purchases the product and he can use the product. So, I am using the synonymous word customer and consumer. So, you have to understand. So here, consumer requirements or customer requirements we are taking in as one. So meeting the customer requirements means again quality focuses on customer. So what product we are producing or what service we are providing depend upon customer. So what customer wants? What is the customer requirements? So if that customer requirements we achieve, if we meet, then we call it as quality. So quality is the meeting the customer requirements. Now next one is when we talk about some other definitions according to the Deming. Deming is a person. Now, my dear students, you have to understand this total quality management was started in 1950s actually, and it is related to Cold War particularly. So the Japanese are in the forefront. They have started this concept. One of the author, philosopher, thinker, that is William Edwards Deming. So he has given a different definitions. He has developed number of tools and techniques, and he is the person who has given the concept of quality management. And before that, number of management thinkers are given, particularly F.W. Taylor or other people are there. But when it comes to the total quality management, we take Edwards Deming. So he's a Japanese philosopher. So what he has defined quality. So quality means predictable degree of uniformity or dependability with the quality standard suited to the customer. So again, no, as a company, you have to predict, you have to expect what customers' requirements are there, understand, develop, design in such a way that whatever they want, they are getting. And it should be a uniformity. And it is depend upon the quality standard. What do you mean by standard then? So rules and regulation, policies, procedure which are fixed so that we will achieve these things. Suppose if you have a design, a standard of a producing a particular pen. So if it is 4 inch, every time it should be 4 inch only. So it should not be more than or less than. That is called a standard. Timing is a standard. Raw material consistency, standard, etc. Delivery time, standard. So that related to dependability, the quality standard, you based upon the customer requirements, it is main quality. So according to the American Society for Quality, what they have given, they denoted quality in excellence of goods and services, especially to the degree they conform to the requirements and satisfying customers. So you are related to quality of products and services, and they have given conform to requirements, means again meeting the requirements, and they have focused on satisfying customers. Now we are in this world presently, after the privatization, globalization, you know, that is called as LPG area. We are trying to, means company trying to delight the customers. It is delight means they are more satisfied. They are so satisfied that they never imagined about the product or services. So here, just I am uh, modifying the line. So delight the customers. So when you, according to the customer, American Society, satisfy the customers. So how you satisfy the customers? When you meet the requirements, when you produce the product according to the customer, conforming to the requirement, degree of excellence. Then one more American professor of quality, Joseph Juron, he went to learn the things to the Japanese university. Okay, then he has learned from Edward Deming, and he has defined the quality in simple words. Quality means fitness for the purpose or use. Simply said, what do you mean by fitness? Fitness means what I want as a customer. Suppose I want a drill machine, and I want the hole, okay, to fix some electric equipments. So if I am purchasing a particular drilling machine, the focus should be how it fit to my requirements. So what is the consumption of electricity? How smoothness it is? So is it breakable during the things? Is it repairable? Different things are there. So fitness having number of things. So when it is considered fit to use, then that is called as quality in terms of Joseph Juron. Then one more philosopher, Philip Rosby, he has defined the quality as conformance to requirements. So what do you mean by conformance to requirements? So when you talk about the conformance to requirements, there are different things are there. What are the requirements customers need? Again, the focus is on need of the customers. If we fulfill, incorporate that requirements into our product or services, that is called as conformance to requirements. So meeting the requirements. So again, simply quality means fitness for purpose or use, Joseph Joron. Quality is conformance to requirements, Philip Rosby. So when you take about all these things into one, quality means more or equal, at least it should be equal, not less than. Perceived value should be equal or more than the expected value. So what I am giving you the simple definition. Then when it comes to the total different definitions, when we summarize all these things, we have to understand that quality is related to customer's point of view, not company point of view. One of the most important thing you have to understand. So customer's viewpoint you have to consider. How they define the product, that is important. Yes, we are the company, we are producing the product according to the customers. We are trying our level best. We have to complete. Means all the companies. So then only company customer will purchase repeatedly. That is very very important. So then only you are going to maintain the loyal customer or retaining the customers. So unless and until if you don't have the quality products, you cannot be in the market. One, customer won't purchase repeatedly. Then there are n number of problems will come. Means you won't have sales, you won't have profits, etc., etc. So here you have to understand as an operation management student that quality is one of the most important thing for producing or serving the customers. So now when it comes to the next one, that is 1 minute, Amma. One minute. Huh? We are talking about the customers characteristics, or sorry, quality characteristics. What are the characteristics a total quality management has? So now when you define the total quality management is managing the quality continuously, keeping in mind the customer requirements systematically, scientifically, with teamwork, designing the product, achieving the product quality, maintaining the quality of conformance, etc., etc. So total quality management is a subject which deals with focus on quality in terms of serving the customers, including systematic way applying the management principles in totality. So in simple words, continuous improvement is very, very important. So total quality management consisting of that one. So when you talk about the quality characteristics, TQM focuses on serving customers. Now, when you talk about the customers, the people who purchase the product may use or may not use. So, when those who use, they are called as consumers. Okay, we are taking into consideration consumers context only. So, total quality management focus on serving the customers, indirectly consumers. So it is one of the more important characteristics of total quality management. So always you have to focus on customer needs, customer expectations, and expectations related to quality means features, design, style, time, delivery, terms and conditions, logistics, marketing, promotional, all the things are there. So when you want to serve the customers, focus how best you can delight the customers or satisfy the customers. So that is one of the most important characteristics of total quality management. And second one is total quality management is related to a teamwork, as we already discussed. So it works in team, and this team will evolve some techniques, some solution to the problem. The problem related to quality, how best you can satisfy customers. So it is very, very important. So total quality management is consisting from lower level to top level, all the employees, suppliers, internal people, and it means stakeholders. So those who are connected with the company in satisfying the customers, all these people have to work in a systematic, in a procedural, in a definite way, so to satisfy the customer. So two things you have to remember related to characteristics. One is total quality management. Okay. Then second one is systematic problem solving. So when you talk about the things related to dimensions of quality, now one more important aspect you have to understand related to quality is you have to understand the uh, quality dimensions. What are the different dimensions are available to quality or discussed uh, as per the total quality management? So number one is performance. So when you talk about the performance, performance is related to the operating characteristics. Now, when I purchased a particular buy or a bike expecting 50 kilometer per liter, so generally I want a leverage of a mileage, what we call it as. And if it is not giving 40, 50 kilometers per liter, then what I say? Generally, I am dissatisfied. So I denote that thing that this product performance is not good. So here you have to understand the quality is related to one dimension people perceive, people expect, that is performance. So you have to maintain the performance of quality or service, then that only lead to quality. Otherwise, you cannot understand the customer things. So performance, you have to maintain the things related to in this book. They have given number of examples like television set or any picture clarity, particularly we will talk about the TV color, ability to receive the data, etc, etc. So a number of performance is there. For example, if you purchased a mobile phone expecting that the battery backup, maybe you expecting 5 hours, if it is not performing, so what do you say? That mobile phone is not up to the mark, it is not performing very good, means it is having low quality. So quality is measured by performance. So what is one of the dimension? Second dimension is features. Now features means related to the characteristics of the product, attributes of the product. Particularly, for example, if you talk about the aesthetics of the product, style, color, variety, design. Okay, so there are a number of features. So suppose if you purchasing a mobile phone, what are the features, specifications you want? RAM, okay na, memory, battery backup, okay na, touchpad. So these are the features are there, or generally we call it as specifications. So what specifications a quality product should have? You have to maintain that one. So quality is measured in terms of features also. So one of the dimension of quality is features. Then next one is reliability. Now reliability means how people will believe about the quality. So after using the product, they may believe. So to make it reliable, it is one of the dimension. The people will demand the reliability of the product. So they don't want to fail in using after using the product because they pay money for the product quality. So as a company, you can maintain the reliability, stating, taking some certificates. So people will believe it. So your product is reliable. So what they are expecting, they may fulfill, they may get. That is called as reliability. Okay. So the quality in the edge is related to what we call is probability of product performance. So that is related to reliability. Then next one is conformance. So another dimension of quality is conformance, means meeting the requirements. So degree to which it is operating, it is designing, etc., etc. To what extent the product is achieved in satisfying the customer related to design and performance. That is called as conformance. Conformance means meeting the requirements. So that is one of the definition dimension. Then next one is durability. How the product life is defined. It is defined in the form of durability. What, how much life it give. So technically it is defined. For example, if you have purchased a fan, and that fan durability or the guarantee warranty they generally give, there is a difference between the terms. I will explain later on. So when you talk about this fan, fan has some durability because all the tangible products generally they have life. So how much durability it will work means how many days it work, months, years it will work. That is called as durability. So people expect durability of the product. So one of the quality dimension is durability. So every company has to strive, think about defining the product related to durability, the life expectancy of the product. The next one is in the dimensions. One or another dimension is serviceability. So what do you mean by serviceability? Now people will define the product in terms of service also. So service means the product should be repairable, maintainable. Then they think it is a quality. Suppose if I purchase a laptop and some problem has been occurred, it's having some problem, technical problems are there. So if it is not repairable, so what I mean to say as a customer, that the product quality is not good. So every company has to think about the dimension that the product should be repaired to solve the problems. Mean time to repair, that is called as MTTR. The next one is aesthetics. How people feel about the product, how it will perceived psychologically by the customers. So what type of things will take into consideration to maintain the aesthetics of a particular product? Color is one of them. Is there. Sounds, taste, odor, etc., etc. So these are the things are there where you can incorporate in your product, and it will lead to quality, etc. The next one is perceived quality. So perceivance, how people have the experience of the quality after the use of the product. So very, very important perceived quality. So what they are expecting and what they are getting actually. So there is a difference between two things are there. So every company has to think about the quality in terms of perceived value. So how much value they are perceiving. Okay. So these are the unit one. So what are the things are there you have to remember is that elements of quality, particularly quality can be managed. Everyone has every custom company has to manage the uh, particularly uh, delight the customer as I told you, and it should be based on the process, means involving everyone, not only the people, everything. Then it is responsible of the employee, particular teamwork. So those who are working in production, HR, marketing, security, information department, warehousing, inventory, all these are people taking into consideration, means internal organizational process. So all the people those who are concerned in quality, they are responsible. So there is no scope should be given in losing the customer confidence by the employee's contribution. Negatively, I'm talking. So every employee should contribute to the performance. It means the productivity. So how he is using the inputs, coming out with the output. So then the problems must be prevented. So as you know that quality should be done, prevention is better than cure. So there are n number of poor quality consequences are there. We will discuss the next one. So there are number of problems. So if you don't prevent them, then there will be a problem of quality. The next one is quality should be measured and controlled. So from time to time, the production department will maintain. There are some standards are there. where the feedback to control charts, etc., etc. They will take the feedback from day time to time and they measure the quality. So are in the process in maintaining the quality of features, aesthetics, performance. So how you define the quality in terms of customer expectations or customer preferences, that is measured, and accordingly if it is okay, that batch will continue to the next level. So if is anything wrong in that one, then they will make it correction. So they will take some corrective action, that is called as control. So measure the process related to quality. So if is anything wrong going in the process, then take some corrective action. Then quality improvement, quality must to be improvements plus particularly continuous. So every day that the world is dynamic, people are expecting more and more specification from mobile phones. So battery backup, previously it was 2000 what we define in terms of backup. So it now it is 6000 mqhs or what is this thing. Then it called to quality of camera. So it is measured in pixels. Previously it was 8 pixels. Now it may be going up to 40-50 megapixels. So how you define the color, the shape, the variety, the size. So that is one of the basic things. So you have to focus on that one related to customer requirements. So these are some of the elements of quality you have to understand. Quality has to be managed. You have to delight the customer, solve the problem in the process with involving everyone. All the employees should be held responsible for the quality. Then there is no scope for the mistakes. You have to prevent that one. So the quality should be measured and controlled. There should be a continuous improvement in the quality, because every time there is a changes in the customer requirements, customer preferences. So you have to take into consideration of customer focus and try to maintain the quality continuously. Then next one, the discussion about the consequences of poor quality. So what do you mean by poor quality? The amount or the loss which you bear in giving quality. So if you are not giving the quality, what are the result? What are the consequences you incur? So one of them is loss of business, like poor design, defective products, no proper services. All these things lead, when it comes to quality, then there is a loss of business. So here in the loss of business means you don't have the sales, because sales happens only when customer purchase. Customer won't purchase the poor quality products. So here you are not satisfying the customer. So you may lose the business means you don't have the sales. So when you don't have the sales means you don't have the profits. When you don't have the profits means the problem of working capital, and the what the problem of working capital leads to the lockdown of the company. Completely the company has to be closed. So that is one of the major problem of poor quality. Another is liability, damage of products related to your design. So there are internal design architectures are there, electrical engineering, meteorological engineering, production engineering. All these people have different processes they design related to tangible, intangible things are there. Okay, so when they do all these things, so they should be liable in maintaining this one. So if it is a poor quality, then there is a problem of liability. So who is going to bear the loss there? Then next one is productivity. So as I told you that suppose if you are wasting your raw material in producing the product, there is no monitoring. So the inputs may you use large quantity, but the output compared to the input what we have used, they are less in quantity. Then that the productivity is reduced. So you are maintaining human resources, you are maintaining all the departments, incurring number of administrative operative expenditures. So that is called as productivity. So if there is no proper productivity, input divided by output, then that is called as loss. I mean to say, if productivity is not up to the mark, so whatever productivity you are maintaining the standard, that if you are not reaching, then that is called as poor quality. Then costs. So what are the costs are there? They are invisible costs are there. It means maintenance cost. So if there is no proper productivity, there is no proper use of the product, there is a faulty design, then there is a defective products are there, they will come back to the company. Now recently what is happening, one company which are manufacturing a thyroid drugs, now there is a problem, they have to take back all the products only because of a faulty sample or a what you call it, labeling. So they have improper labeling is done by the people, those who are in the packing department. So what are the cost as there? So they have to incur losses maintaining, return, taking back all the products to the company. So who is going to bear that loss, that cost? So indirectly, it leads to the eating of your profits. So company will lose the margin, means profits. So if you increase the costs in not maintaining the quality, it will leads to low profits. So these are the consequences of quality. There are other quality consequences are there, but just if you understand this much things, you can have the next one is customer and quality. Now one of the things is that you have to understand the quality in different things are there. So quality is not concerned with the production. Quality is not concerned with the operation. It is concerned with the customers, suppliers, marketing people, finance, HR, inventory, etc. etc. So customer is one of the focus point. So you have to maintain good communication with the suppliers, customers, appropriate techniques you have to evolve, make it the competitive market in such a way that customers are gathered different information from different sources, that this company product is good enough to purchase because it may satisfy my requirements. So that is called as maintaining the external perspective with the customer. Okay. The next one is, so here we will stop and you have other things. So next Saturday, we'll try to discuss some of the overview related to quality management, quality assurance, and quality control, and what are the types of different customers are there, etc., etc. So next time we will take into consideration. Thank you. Have a nice day.